Today, I'm sharing 15 travel tricks that aren't just helpful. They're the kind of things that make you go, why didn't I know this sooner? And they're not guesses or trends or random hacks I pulled off the internet. These are tips seasoned travelers actually use. Quiet moves that make flights cleaner, easier, smoother, and in some cases just more human. So do me a favor, watch this one to the end. You'll walk into your next airport like a pro. Let's start with something simple but nobody talks about. The window seat. It's always the first to go, right? People love the view, the wall to lean on, the Instagram story. But what they don't know is that it comes at a cost. The air outside a plane at cruising altitude drops to below minus 100 degrees. That cold radiates through the cabin walls right where your arm rests if you're near the window. You might not feel it right away, but by R2, you're curled up, freezing, while the guy in the middle seat is perfectly fine. So pack a hoodie. Bring a layer even if it's summer. Ask for a blanket the second you sit down. It's a small move, but it makes a huge difference. Now, this next one will make some coffee lovers a little uncomfortable, but you need to hear it. Skip the in-flight coffee and tea. Just skip it. Why? Because the water used to brew it comes from tanks built into the plane. And those tanks, they're not cleaned very often. Studies have found bacteria like E. coli living in them. Even flight attendants won't touch the stuff. Most of them carry their own bottled drinks for a reason. Stick to bottled water, juice, canned drinks, things that didn't get pumped out of a mystery tank that's been flying since 2006. And let's talk about something that genuinely grossed me out when I first heard it. The dirtiest part of the airplane isn't the bathroom. It's right in front of you. The tray table and the seat back pocket. Those tray tables? People put their feet on them, change diapers on them. I've seen it with my own eyes. And those seat back pockets? They're stuffed with used tissues, food wrappers, crumbs, wrappers from the last 5 people who sat there. Wipe them down every time and never ever eat directly off that tray. Please. Now, if you want to avoid delays, there's one very simple thing you can do. Fly early. Morning flights have fewer delays. Why? Because planes haven't had time to get behind schedule yet. The weather's usually calmer, the airport's quieter, and there's just a different vibe when you're flying before the world wakes up. Yes, you'll be tired, but you'll be tired and on time. Everyone fights for the front of the plane, but here's a little known secret. The back gets the love, not from other passengers, but from the flight crew. Flight attendants often start service at the front and finish at the back. And by the time they get to row 26, there's less pressure, fewer eyes, and sometimes a little more generosity. Extra snacks, a second drink, maybe even a free blanket if you ask nicely. You'll be the last to get off the plane, sure, but you might be the only one walking off with a full stomach. Let's talk neck pillows. Super cozy, right? Except when they turn into little balloons midair. Cabin pressure shifts as you climb, and if your pillow's full of air, it can expand. Sometimes they stiffen, sometimes they pop. Not ideal, leave a little room. Just enough air to support your neck, but not enough to explode. It'll feel better. Promise. Now here's one that most people overlook. When booking your flight, scroll past the regular meals. Look for the special ones. Vegetarian, kosher, gluten-free, even seafood. These meals are made in smaller batches, usually fresher, and here's the best part, they're served first. You don't have to be gluten-free to eat better food on a plane. You just have to check a different box. Also, don't wear shorts. I know it's comfy. I know it feels right when you're rushing through the airport in summer. But those seats are not clean. They're rarely deep cleaned. And you're sitting directly where hundreds of strangers have already sat that week. Not to mention, the cabin gets cold. Like unexpectedly cold. Swap the shorts for soft joggers or travel pants. Your skin and your immune system will thank you. You know what else people forget? A pen. It sounds basic, but if you're flying internationally, you'll need it for customs forms. And when that announcement comes on about filling out paperwork, everyone starts eyeing the one person with a pen. Don't be the beggar. Bring one. You'll breeze through the line while everyone else is stuck sharing. Hate turbulence? Sit over the wing. That's where the plane is most stable. The back shakes. The front dips. But over the wing? It's like sitting in the calm middle of a seesaw. Before you even get to the airport, download your Airlines app. It's not just for boarding passes. It gives you real-time alerts for gate changes, delays, baggage updates, and if your flight's canceled. You can sometimes rebook right there. No line, no stress. Just tap and go. Want to save money on water? Bring an empty reusable bottle through security. It's allowed. Fill it up at the gate. No more overpriced plastic cups or dry throats midair. Now charge your phone and bring a portable charger. Those outlets at the airport? Always full. And if your device dies before boarding, you're in trouble. Especially if your boarding pass is digital. Charge the night before. Keep a power bank handy. Here's a sneaky one. Ever feel like flight prices go up the second you search? That's not in your head. Booking sites track your behavior. So use incognito mode. Clear your cookies. Keep your options open. Finally, do not guess when choosing your seat. Use a seat nap tool. Some seats don't recline. Some are next to the bathroom. Some have no window. Take 30 seconds, check the map, and avoid that dreaded regret when you sit down. There you go. 15 game-changing travel tips that might not be flashy, but they work. They save time, they save money, and they save you from the stuff that ruins perfectly good flights. So if this helped, share it with someone who's flying soon. And if you've got a travel tip I didn't mention, drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear it. Thanks for watching. Safe travels. And now you know how to fly smart.